The Transportation Safety Board is investigating a fatal plane crash in the BC interior. 3 people were killed when a float plane went down near a highway yesterday. It happened shortly after takeoff near the community of Peachland, 25 kilometers from Kelowna. That's where our Chris Brown is tonight with more on the investigation and who the victims were. Chris?
Well, Diana, it seems the pilot of the Beaver float plane realized he had a serious problem and had to get his plane down quickly, and this main highway was his target. Horrified witnesses say they saw the plane come in low over the trees and crash just short. The fire after the impact consumed practically all of the aircraft and those on board. From the air, the white tail was all that was left amid the thick trees. On the ground, motorist Chris Coble saw it all and rushed to help.
Went down, up, and it was almost like it was trying to go for the road. That's what I figured, because the crash looked like it was parallel with the highway. Everything was on fire, the trees, the ground. You couldn't really make out the wreckage. All I could recognize was just the tail end. Everything else was fully inflamed.
Whatever the trouble that caused the crash, the pilot apparently had very little time to react.
The emergency locator transmitter did go off. It ceased really quickly, so probably within a minute or two of it actually going off.
The plane had just taken off from Okanagan Lake and was in the process of climbing up over the mountains for the flight to the Vancouver area. Friends say the owner and pilot of the Beaver was Colin Moyes of West Vancouver. At his home, saddened relatives came and went all day. The Beaver is ubiquitous on the West Coast. They're old, but seen as very reliable. This particular aircraft was actually built in Canada for the Peruvian Air Force and had crashed at least once before, trying to land just off Main Island in 1998. It sank and was recovered and put back into service. At the Pitt Meadows airstrip that Moyes was returning to and had taken off from earlier in the day, other pilots said the pilot and plane appeared fine.
A nicely kept Beaver, clean as a whistle. The engine sounded strong, ran smooth. No indication that there should be a problem.
Beavers don't carry black boxes that record flight data, so all investigators have to go on is what they find on the ground. The names of the others on board and their relationship to the pilot have not been released. Friends told us Moyes was engaged to be married and had a wedding planned for next month. He and his fiancée had 2 children between them. Diana.